Hello and hello and welcome back to Fallout 4. So what we've done now, what we've done so far is uh okay, good, we have our weapons apparel thing. Everything else. Let's move to Good Neighbor. Free your mind.
I like you already. Walk into a new place, making sure it's nice. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Ah,
Sounds like anarchy.
The best kind of anarchy. Embrace it, and maybe one day you'll call this little slice of chaos home. So long as you remember who's in charge.
right. So yeah, that's Hancock. The reason I'm doing this is well, there's a merchant here. Cleo! My girl.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want to.
Okay.
See what you have.
Barter.
Purchase a variety in case of boredom.
Yes, she has a plasma pistol, but she also has a party starter. So, party starter. Let's give it a triple barrel. Give it that night vision for now. Give it a stabilizer. Even though that's not even a barrel. But let's put army paint on it. Now the plasma pistol. Maximize capacitor. Sniper barrel. That stock. Long scope. Now a plasma sniper.
Hey, Cleo.
Every weapon you see here could be the difference between life and death, baby.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Purchase a variety.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Okay. So back here, we have 3 trigger men. Oh, yeah! Let the bodies hit the floor.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying.
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out, good neighbor. All I'm saying. Hey everyone, gather around. Let's kick the breeze back. Shoot the fat. Now I know you all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you're here. How's my favorite girl doing? Didn't I see you on a date with Morowski the other day?
He wishes.
All right. We're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's it. What matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me? Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock. Now, what out there in our big friendly commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their sense.
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City. I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass. Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lordhead. Let's stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us.
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor.
And who's in charge of good neighbor? People.
For the people, yeah!
Smell that? That's freedom.
Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my time, but flying ship.
Neon flat, eh?
Free for the taking.
Huh. I'll take a second one. Terminal. Projects now. SNOW. Okay, that's the end of that entry. Elevators and systems offline. data recovery. Error. File not found. Please enter a valid holotape. An eye. Right there, that's an eyeball. There we go. Okay. Bloody mess. Because you can shoot limbs off of things in this game. And on certain enemies like their claws, the head counts as a limb. So you could have head claws. So it's like you like, how? How are you
Good neighbor, huh?
still alive?
Don't
Need a place to
understand.
stay? Try hotel restaurant.
Sure as hell.
Not a reason to be bothering me. I just had to shoot up a sick body snatcher over here.
They got another thing coming.
Sorry.
All right, I'm going.
You stay close to you and yours now. They start acting weird. You get that gut punch that says they've been replaced. You don't know what to do.
How do you know he's dead? Wow, he is a Sith.
Hey, just your friendly neighborhood watch. Shooting down Institute spies as they crop up.
Glad you
Good
took
job.
care of him.
Thanks. At least synth doubles die just like the real thing, right? Adios.
I just noticed Piper didn't dislike that or like it. So our real goal is
Looks like we got another
That's a
freak.
deep-
Just won't fit anywhere else.
our real goal is over here. The memory den. It's a den of memories. Come on, Piper.
Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
So, this place is designed to look a bit like a brothel.
Here for Amari, she's downstairs.
Hey, Irma.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, alright?
Okay, what do? Ragnarok game. Another Ragnarok.
Doctor,
Sarcastic.
it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. A guy named Kellogg.
Are you mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
I mean,
Sarcastic.
technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Could you say that
Sarcastic.
like Dr. Frankenstein? Igor, fetch me the brain. No?
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
Here's
Here you go.
what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Is Nick compatible?
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
I should
Sarcastic.
try plugging you into a toaster next. Mmm, fresh toast.
It's nice to know that even when I'm about to have foreign object shoved into my noggin, you find new horrible ways to... Grizzled mercenary pulled me out, okay?
Let's see. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be bad. You feeling any different?
A lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last phase.
Oh, wow.
There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Way to
Tell
break
you how
it.
to way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness... The only memories you'll access are the ones in the implant.
Alright,
Let's do it.
let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other
Hey.
side.
You know, the Institute has some.
Tell me about the Minutemen.
You know that group you rescued and conquered?
Uh-huh.
They used to be
Okay, let me go.
dedicated to protecting friends, family, and neighbors. Sounds soft, but
But Piper, I'm probably gonna join the Brotherhood. They're the most realistically feasible one. No. We're gonna run through all that again.
Well, well. Mr. Valentine, I thought you...
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social...
Hell yeah. Doctor?
What? Are you two putting us...
I mean, tech.
This...
Fine.
Right. Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
No. Now,
Here's what I could find.
what's this?
Sure.
That's the hippocampus.
Those circuits look off.
I'm not surprised.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. But that...
Don't worry.
We should try plugging you into a toaster net.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
A lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe.
Tell me you have...
He'll act as a host, while you're...
Nick and I are gonna share them. All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the
Okay,
transplant
good.
and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Whoosh. Flush.
Can you hear me?
Phew.
The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
There you are.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did.
You are experiencing these memories.
Don't know why
as
Mom
Kellogg.
was with him.
This may prove
Maybe at some point in his
disorienting
life
at
he
first.
wasn't a complete asshole.
Now the goddamn radio!
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole. People are always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
Kellogg's life is kind of fucked.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop sending you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out.
I mean, it's the NCR.
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
Although, that is Kellogg's pistol.
I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. And I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. It's gonna be fine. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. You'll see. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know, but that's where I'd come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
For that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
Really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Oh yeah, this way. Wonder what's going on here.
How did
Feels
you
like
think
Frag.
this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we...
I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
Sit down.
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. Suit yourself. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Girls. Yeah,
So,
active the other menu.
I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job is done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. So, the first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. You're with the... You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute, but I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I can see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems offline.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
So that's
We're
how
running out of
he
brain here.
joined the Institute.
There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
All computers are still working.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Ooh, yeah.
Second.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Logs. Hopefully it's...
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Just find it.
Right. See?
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
Come on.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
This is trippy.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here.
Wait. No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God
No!
Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry. sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, hey, it's his house. We're entering from basically that room.
Is that your son? This appears to be
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue.
Left.
Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your own...
If anything like this had ever happened before, I've never heard of it. Maybe a sign that the old man was losing his grip. Finding someone in the glowing sea wasn't gonna be any picnic. I never expected an Institute egghead to give me so much trouble.
The mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Alright.
X688, ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there
you can create
as
one.
soon as you're ready.
Exit the memory.
Slow movements. okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you...
Knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
I'll find him. It's actually a pretty exciting
That's why
spot.
he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation and the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Oh, I'm
Sarcastic.
going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Hey,
Hungry? These always keep me going.
your thoughts?
You know,
Your thoughts?
anything I can do?
Your thoughts?
Most folks are just looking for a...
That was all I had.
Okay.
Yay! We're almost to the end of the stream. Let's talk to Nick.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Sarcastic.
You want to try for round 2? Let's go!
What? What are you talking about?
Sarcastic.
Were you just playing a joke on me?
Guess that's for you to wonder and for me and Kellogg's memories to know for sure. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
I'll
see
keep
you around,
Piper
Nick.
for
Good luck
now.
out there. You know where to find me.
So, that's actually going to be all for today. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to follow. Subscribe if you wish to spend the money to do so. If you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to join the notification squad. Peace out.